Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing how to use homeopathic remedies on ailments, continuing with small intestine, large intestine, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas ailments, starting with the letter G. But before I do this, I want to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Please refer to my How to Use Homeopathic Remedies video before using the material in this video. I'll be discussing how to use homeopathic remedies on specific ailments, but I've broken these ailments into categories for easier reference. I'll begin with ailments of the mind and emotions, then I'll move on to ailments of the brain and nervous system. Then I'll address issues with the skin, nails, hair, eyes, ears, nose, teeth, gums, lungs, respiration, heart, blood circulation, muscles, bones, joints, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, small and large intestine, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidney, and bladder, and then ailments specific to women and specific to men, then issues of the hormones and the metabolism, then issues of infections, infestations in the immune system, then issues surrounding fertility, pregnancy, and surrounding childbirth and postnatal problems. Then homeopathic remedies that address special problems in infants, ailments and diseases in childhood, and special issues of adolescence. And finally, special issues of the elderly. Constitutional treatment involves treating the totality of the individual person. Everyone is a unique individual with a unique physiology that responds to substances differently. In homeopathy, it is recognized that people will react strongly to certain remedies, and as a result of this, they can be loosely placed into different categories called constitutional types. Homeopaths talk of, for example, phosphoric types. These are people who react strongly to phosphorus, or arsenicum album types, those who react strongly to arsenicum album. The belief is that people of one type share similarities in terms of body shape, character, and personality, and the sorts of diseases from which they suffer. As an example, nature-mirror people tend to be pear-shaped, have a dark complexion, be fastidious and rigid in personality, and keep themselves to themselves. They also crave salt and suffer from constipation. As another example, lycopodium types tend to be tall, ganglion, of stooped appearance, with an anxious expression and a craving for sweets and a propensity to produce intestinal gas. Now, of course, constitutional types have their limitations. In reality, each person is an individual, and so there are as many constitutional types as there are human beings. An account must be taken of the sum total of the person's inherent predispositions, past illnesses, diet, general reactions to the environment, intellectual and emotional features, and general attitude towards life. This is what is meant by constitutional treatment. I'll be making detailed videos of the various constitutional types after I have completed the use of homeopathic remedies on ailments. The ideas, procedures, and suggestions in this video and all my homeopathic videos are not intended as a substitute for the medical advice of a trained health professional. Consult your physician before adopting the suggestions in this video. If you're pregnant, do not attempt these techniques without the approval of your physician. So, let's continue with learning how homeopathic treatments can help with small, large intestine, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas ailments, starting with the letter G. From the stomach, food enters the duodenum and small intestine. The food is then squeezed into the cesium through a small valve, which passes into the ascending, transverse, and descending parts of the colon, or large intestine, and finally to the rectum and anus. The total distance between the stomach and anus is about 26 feet. The whole journey takes 18 to 30 hours from the time the food leaves the stomach. The liver and pancreas empty their digestive secretions into the duodenum through a common duct, the bile duct. Bile produced by the liver emulsifies fats, and enzymes produced by the pancreas get to work on protein, starch, fats, and sugars. The liver does many things besides aiding digestion. It stores glycogen, a compact form of glucose, and also vitamins A, B, D, E, and K. It removes toxins, for example alcohol, from circulation. It manufactures blood proteins and blood clotting agents. It synthesizes cholesterol, which is a vital component of all cell membranes and the precursor of many hormones. It converts saturated fats to unsaturated fats when the body is obliged to use fat rather than glucose for energy. It breaks down and recycles the iron-rich oxygen-carrying pigment hemoglobin. It dismantles excess amino acids and excretes their nitrogen-containing components into the blood as urea. Urea is one of the constituents of urine. It also produces a great amount of heat because of all the chemical reactions going on inside it. The pancreas is a gland about 6 inches long, lying beneath and behind the stomach. It produces large amounts of sodium bicarbonate as well as digestive enzymes. Sodium bicarbonate is alkaline and therefore neutralizes the hydrochloric acid production by the stomach. It also produces 2 important hormones, insulin and glucagon, which control sugar uptake by every cell in the body. The gallbladder has no secretory function. It merely stores and concentrates bile sent to it by the liver and empties it into the duodenum in response to a hormone that is secreted whenever fatty food leaves the stomach. The small intestine has 2 functions: to complete the food breakdown process and to absorb nutrients into the bloodstream. Although it is only 21 feet long, it has a total absorptive area of 200 square feet. This is because its inner walls are lined with millions of finger-like projections called villi, each containing blood capillaries and tiny tributaries of the lymphatic system called lacteals. Amino acids, glucose, small fat droplets, vitamins, and minerals pass into the capillaries, and larger fat droplets into the lacteals. Whatever remains unabsorbed by the small intestines, about 5% of fats, 10% of amino acids, fibers, some vitamins, bacteria, intestinal secretions, salts, water, passes into the colon, where it's gradually compacted into semi-solid feces. The bacterial populations of the colon manufacture vitamins K, B12, B1, and B5, and certain amino acids. These are absorbed by the walls of the colon, together with salts, water, and other valuable substances. Transit time through the colon depends mainly on the amount of roughage in the diet. Too little roughage causes constipation and related ailments such as hemorrhoids and diverticulitis. Gallstones. Gallstones are solid accretions of various substances that are present in bile, including calcium and cholesterol. They may be few and large or many and small, and cause few symptoms while they remain in the gallbladder. In fact, many gallstones are discovered during routine scans or x-rays. However, if a stone blocks the exit from the gallbladder or becomes stuck in the duct leading to the duodenum, the gallbladder becomes swollen with trapped bile and fats in the duodenum, pass into the small intestine undigested, causing pain and tenderness under the right rib cage, with nausea, with or without vomiting, and discomfort after eating fatty food. All the symptoms, in fact, of acute cholecystitis. Women are more at risk than men, especially women who take or have taken oral contraceptives, and the risk increases with age and being overweight. Gallstones also seem to increase the risk of acute pancreatitis. The cause may be underproduction of bile by the liver, or the excess elimination of toxins through the liver, or food allergies, or abnormal high blood cholesterol levels. Conventional treatment of gallstones is the removal of the gallbladder, even if the symptoms are not those of full-blown cholecystitis, on the principle of better safe than sorry. Occasionally, it may be feasible to dissolve the stones chemically in situ or remove them using an endoscope, but there is a risk of recurrence. Specific remedies to be taken 4 times daily for up to 14 days while seeking homeopathic treatment. Use Berberis 6C. If Berberis is not effective, or if the person is nervy, chilly, and oversensitive, use China 6C. Self-help. Both as a preventative and after removal of the gallbladder, cut rich fatty foods, fried foods, and refined carbohydrates down to a minimum, and eat plenty of vegetables, fruit, and fiber. The possibility of a food allergy would also be worth investigating. If gallstones have been diagnosed and provide no symptoms of cholecystitis are present, it is possible to flush out the stones yourself using the following method called a liver gallbladder flush. In the 5 days leading up to the flush, eat a normal diet but drink as much fresh pressed apple juice as possible. On the day of the flush, eat a normal lunch, but for supper have only citrus fruit or juice. At bedtime, blend a half a cup of pure warm olive oil and a half a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, and drink it, and then go to bed and lie on your right side with your knees pulled up to your chest for the first 30 minutes. When you open your bowels the next day, the gallstones will appear as irregular, gelatinous green objects in the stools. If you are constipated, take 2 tablespoons of Epsom salts in warm water 4 hours before taking the oil and lemon mixture, and repeat the Epsom salts the next morning. There is a theoretical risk that flushing may cause stones to lodge in the bile duct rather than pass into the duodenum, but in my experience, this has never happened, and I have done this flush many times in my life. If the oil and lemon mixture can be kept down and not vomited up, flushing can be extremely effective. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.